Check, check, check. It's 9:33. Looking at NVDA again, just focusing on one symbol this week. Trying to learn more nuances of each individual name that I've been watching. And we're coming down to these pre-market lows here in this pre-market range. Watching this area down here, it bounced off of there pretty well, off of that 16. And up here at 17, it bounced off of that and came in very quickly too. So two spots to look at for potential action right now, just in the middle of that, nothing to do here. So I'll go back on pause. There we are, back down at 16, just below it. Selling it down to that pre-market low. 80s, 1580s. That was a pretty good spot. Down at 1590s, 1580s. I'll have to go back and look at that. PMI reports in 9 minutes. Just very quiet right now. There's maybe 16 coming up again. Might have to wait till that report's out. This thing's just going sideways right now. No trade to be had here. Tesla on highs. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait for it to breach either down here or up here or something else to happen. Right now it just feels like it's sitting waiting for the report. That very well might be what's going on, so I'll save the hard drive space within the recording here. Okay, back below, back to these 18s now. Or 15s. 1580s. Lots of selling there. Lots of selling. Back down to those 80s. Back down to those 80s. And down to the 50s. So we continue to make lows here, and we broke down below those lows, those pre-market lows. So that's a little bit different, and here comes the selling. There comes the selling. So sellers in control right now. First spot is 16, and maybe these 16 teens by previous close, like let's just call it 1620. So I'll add a 16 watch and then a 1620 watch. Not as deep of a pierce of that low that I typically like to start stalking a short. Got 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes until that report. I might sit and wait until the report's out before doing anything or taking any shots. 20s, 30s. Look at that. Couldn't really get up through the 30s there, could it? I should have hit those 20s. I should have hit those 20s. That was a mistrade. I should have hit those. Now it's late. Let's keep watching. Okay, I'll go on pause. I'm just waiting for this to come hit top of the zone or start making its way back down. I don't really want to trade it in this chop here. So I'll go back on pause. There's some action here. It's 9:55. Finally gave up those 50s and dropped out. Gonna make our way down to 16. I mean, this is another spot to look at. What will happen down here? Gonna set another 16. Watch. Why did that go off? That did not actually. And then we're making our way right back up. Okay, back to pause. And look at where we are. It's back up to the 70s. We sold off and started popping back up. Let's see if we can get up to those 80s or 90s. We're almost there. Just a very slow day. Look at the ES. Just, this is where selectivity becomes a big, important thing. Just not getting chopped up in this. Being very selective about what to expose risk on. Alright, back to pause. We're coming back in. Okay. 10:09. Back up to the 70s. We've still been chopping around. Haven't really made any progress anywhere. Can we get up to those 80s this time? Nothing to do here right now. Back to pause. Okay, and we finally dropped out at 16. Popped right back up. Now it's 10:11 and there's still just nothing to do here. I'm gonna set another alert down there. Watch. And we're already back up to the middle of the range, so just completely range locked here. Could you play the tips, the edges? For sure. You could with a tight stop. I am not seeing a seller or buyer enter in here that I can really lean against. So that's why I'm not playing the range here, but you could have done it a dozen times or half a dozen times at least. It's just not my trade, and I'm not seeing the buyer step in at the lows. I'm not seeing the seller step in at the highs. So looking for something more, and it's just not here yet. So I'm still sitting on my hands. Might not end up having any trades today because this action is just sideways. Account preservation, selectivity. What's happening in NVDA here? Nothing right now. Back to pause. Back down. We did drop out. We did drop out. Kind of leaning short bias. Don't want to hit it down here, but I'm seeing more selling pressure overall. over the last 30, 45 minutes than buying pressure. Let's see what happens. They're going to crack those pre-market lows, which are in just a few ticks. There's low a day. They are going to attack the pre-market low, and are they going to break through? They are. I think there's more selling pressure here. So wow, this. I think there's a seller starting to work in here. Gonna try that. Got short 84s. Can it drop? Can they drop those 70s? 60s? Can they keep selling? 60s? Nope. Looking for that selling to continue. If it doesn't, then I need to get out. Looking for that selling to continue down here. Let's drop back down to the 60s. Can we get down? Here we go. No, back up to those 70s. I'm going to need to get out some here if it doesn't start dropping soon. Back up to here and about to stop out of this. And probably not a very good trade because I had it down here. I didn't take anything off. I'm gonna keep watching it. Let me set a marker. A lot of selling right there. A lot of selling right there. 11 12s. Trying to get 9s, 11s, 12. I didn't get it. What was I at? 11s. About to get stopped out here. Thought I saw the seller step in, but I was wrong. Is that seller gonna come back in? Nope. Doesn't look like it. They would need to do it right here if they're gonna do it. If that seller wants to defend, they need to do it like right now. I don't see it. I don't see them. There's a little bit more selling. All right, there, got 29s, 28s. Looking for that selling to continue and for that 29 bid to drop out. We didn't drop out, we stepped up to 30. And the selling, I don't see continuing. I'm about to kill this short here, so I don't see the selling stepping in. Where's the seller? Not there. Okay, there's a little bit of selling starting. Can we get more? That's better. I like that. Can we hit out those low 20s on the bid? Yep, we can. Can we keep going? Can we keep going? Down to the low 16s. Where's the seller? Where are you, seller? Can we get down to those low teens again? More selling. Really trying to hang on, but I'm not seeing the selling come in here. They got to blow out those 20s and start heading down below 10 cents. 18s. 13s. Where's the flush from the seller? Nope, back up to 18s. Below 20 now. Okay, I'm probably going to cover a part of it down here. Got a part of it there. I got half the position left. Let's see if we can do another drop out to the 90s or further. 90s. Gonna take one there. And I've got one left. Can we hold down in the 90s? No. Here's the 90s. Can we keep going lower? Don't really want to see a bid above 6 cents now. If we start holding above 6, 7 cents, I'm probably going to cover the short. '90s. Here's the '80s. Can we keep going? I see the seller starting to push again. Needs to get down. If we don't, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. Done with that one. That last lot didn't go, but I thought there was a chance for it to break down further from here, but that just wasn't in the cards. Not happy with this trade. This should have been a profitable scratch, essentially. That should not have taken a stop on that. This was definitely needs review. This one also needs review. I'm not sure that that was handled properly. I'll go back and look. Otherwise, I like the short entry here, and I like the various covers. So, and I think that was an appropriate one. So I'll go on pause and wait for the next trade. 80s, 90s, up to the 90 cent. Gonna try to get, I got 84 cents. Needs to go straight away. Gonna take some off here. Don't like how it's just sitting there. I don't think this is the one. I'm gonna take it off here at 70. I don't think that was the one. I think that was just an opportunistic thing. Let me set a marker there. I don't think that's the main trade. There was no follow through on the downside. So completely flat on that little scalp. But let's see if we get another opportunity. Okay, well, I'm going to sit on my hands here, even though this is coming in. I did not like how it just stopped here on the way down. But looks like I would have kept on working had I held on. But I will look to, oh, a little bit of selling there. I'll look to see what happens if we can get back up here again. We'll head back to pause. Okay, making our way back up. Here's the 70s again. Can we get back up to those 80s and 90s? There's the 80s. Watching carefully here. Watching very carefully here. Lots of selling here in the 80s. Just a lot of selling in the 80s here. And high 70s. Gonna try to get 75. Canceling, not going. Wait a little bit longer. Now they're selling. That's okay. Back into the 70s. Trying to get, I got 71. Got 71. Can they kill this 70 and start dropping right away? Want to see that 70 drop. There's the 60s. Can we drop those 60s and keep hitting bids? Taking bids out. Need to see those 60s drop. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. Need those 60s to drop and need those 65, 64s to give up. And need that seller to start stepping and not seeing it about to cover this. 63s, can they hit them? No. Okay, I'm going to cover a piece there. Got a little bit left, half the position. I'm going to try to get a 58. Got a third of the position left. Are they going to drop those 58s? Yes, they are. Are they going to hit those 51s and drop those 50s? Gonna try to get one off at 51. Got it there and down into the 40s. Can they continue to go? They held those 50s. Now down into the 40s. Turning into a nice little trade. Don't really want to see it above 55 cents now. Nice little flush. Can we get down to the 30s? Nice little flush there. Down to the 40s. And I'm out right there. Took the profit at the bottom of that. Right just above the 30s. I think I got 40 cents. I got 43 cents. Either way, pretty nice trade because where did I get the short on? 70s? Just overall watched it really well. I'll have to go back and look at management, but happy with that.